What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to another video. You guys, I am really excited because I am about to have a call with Instagram, and that's never happened before. So recently, about a week ago, on my Instagram account, there was a little pop-up that showed up at the top of the screen. I'll insert a screenshot here. There was a pop-up and it said, schedule a call with an Instagram expert. I'm like, shoot, okay. So I decided to click the schedule button and try it out, and we're gonna see how this call goes. So I just scheduled a time. It's a 30-minute call. It's on my calendar for 1:15 today. So we're gonna talk to this Instagram person, and I'm also gonna ask them about getting verified because I've had a lot of people make fake profiles on me, and I've been trying to figure out how to do that. So anyway, I'm gonna let you guys hear the call so you can get a little insight on what this Instagram expert tells me, because I'm super excited. Instagram is still one of those platforms where I'm getting my groove, but I still feel like there could be improvement. So we'll see. Okay, you guys, the call is in 1 minute. Oh wait, it's 1:15, so they should be calling. Your call. Hi, this is Erin.
Hi, Erin. This is Heather from Instagram. Is now still a good time to talk?
Hi, Heather. Yes, now it's good. Oh my gosh, you guys, that was so good. That was incredible. She told me that I was doing all the right things. She's like, you are killing it. If you literally just keep doing what you're doing, your profile is just gonna keep soaring. So that was really encouraging. So a few things that she said that I was pretty not shocked by, but she definitely said consistency is key. She said that when you post consistently on all 5 surfaces, so that would be feed, stories, reels, live, IGTV, on a weekly basis, it helps you get pushed to look-alike audiences. So these are audiences who could benefit from your content. So, and this is audiences of people who also create similar content, like getting pushed to those types of audiences. So yeah, so she said being consistent on all 5 surfaces of Instagram is really important. And I know a lot of people are really struggling with, you know, the algorithm right now. Like, I've seen so many people have been posting about the fact that their content just doesn't seem to be getting as much engagement. But really take a look at, are you posting on multiple platforms on Instagram, or are you only using stories and then your feed is dry for a month and a half, and then, you know, you never go live, you never post IGTVs, you've posted a reel to experiment, but like you haven't really been consistent. So really amping it up when it comes to the consistency, not just in one space, but in all 5 spaces. She said, if you do 3 pictures in 1 video roughly a week, so she even said like you can make that 3 picture and 1 video formula a week into like a carousel with multiple pictures. She said that carousels perform better than 1 image photos in feed. So that was my second point that was pretty kind of shockerish, but not really, because carousels help build more engagement. You know, when people are swiping, it just helps. Plus, when it's a carousel post and someone maybe has swiped once, but they haven't swiped all the way over to the end of the carousel, it's gonna keep popping up in their timeline until they, you know, finish swiping over. Like, have you guys ever noticed that when you see a carousel and you don't swipe all the way through, so then the next picture is on your timeline as you're scrolling? So she said that carousel photos are really great pieces of content that a lot of people need to be using more of, and they really help build engagement. So her rule of thumb was 3 photos, 1 video a week. So that could be 1 carousel with 3 photos, or 3 separate photos on your feed, 1 video, which could be 1 reel, 1 live, 1 IGTV, some type of video mixed into there to really help. Because she said that when you do, like, when you are on your stories but then you don't post for a month, and then you post 1 reel, and then you don't post for 2 weeks, and then you go live, you know, once every quarter, and then, like, you know, you're doing all this sporadic posting, she's like, the algorithm really does not know what to do. Like, it really doesn't know what to do, and so it just doesn't work in your favor. And she was just saying, like, the best way to keep your momentum on Instagram is to be consistent in multiple surfaces of the platform. She also noted that you can fatigue your audience from posting too much. I was very certain to ask her about that, because I know there are people who post multiple times a day. And you know, you hear some content creators or brand strategists or social media marketers saying, like, you can't post too much, like, just post. But she was like, no, you can fatigue your audience. You definitely want to be mindful of not over posting, because, you know, let the content kind of marinate with them. Let them give it enough time to work in Instagram instead of constantly chugging out more and more and more and more. So the content quality is definitely above the quantity. And she was like, when you can find that sweet spot, that's always the best. Another thing she said was, before my next tip, popping in to let you know that I'm going to be hosting an Instagram marketing webinar, and I am so excited, you guys. This is my very first solo webinar. I've hosted a webinar for Girl Boss and for Estee Lauder this year, just to name a few, and I am so excited to be bringing you guys some really intensive but very practical and easy to implement Instagram marketing strategy. So the webinar is called How to Leverage a Small Instagram Audience and Increase Your Revenue. So it's definitely for people who have smaller audiences but want to make money using Instagram, who want to cultivate a community with their Instagram tribe that they currently have and leverage that in your business. So the webinar is going to include some templates that you can use, some great tactics and strategies, some hacks you can even use within Instagram, and really going to focus on how to build that strong Instagram community that trusts you enough to start buying and really funneling into your business. So it's going to be jammed packed with information, 90 minutes long, time for Q&A, and it will come with a interactive workbook that you can use to take notes as we go through the workshop, or you can use it afterward, and you will get 14 days of replay access. So it is incredible, you guys. I cannot wait to present. I'm gonna leave the date and all of the information in the description box. If you happen to see this after registration closes, I don't know, maybe the replay will be for sale on my website. All right, back to the next tip. She also said that putting your lives on your IGTV and not just letting them, you know, vanish after you've gone live is also really helpful. So even if you don't share that on your feed, it's really helpful to post, at least post your IG lives onto your IGTV. What else did she say? Oh, another really good tip that she gave me was using trendy songs. So it'll pop up, like, you know how when you go into Reels and it shows like the audio? When there are trendy songs, you can click on that song and it'll show all the Reels that are, you know, have used that song. So that's really helpful, because she said, for one, that's a really easy way for people to find your Reels, which I never thought about it like that. But she said that's a great way for people to find your Reels, and a lot of people will go in there and look at the Reels to get inspiration on how they can use, you know, how they can make it their own. So she's like, I know we get tired of hearing Peaches by Justin Bieber, but it works. Like, add your own spin to it, even if it's like a dance that, you know, people are doing. She was like, you don't have to do the dance. You can play that music in the background and have information, and, or, you know, do whatever you want with the reel, and it's going to show up when they're searching through Reels that have used that song. So I thought that was a really great tip, because I've never thought about it like that, and I personally kind of try to steer away from super trendy songs just because I feel like they're just so overused. But her giving me that perspective has definitely made me reconsider that. Overall, oh, I also asked her, do third-party scheduling apps mess with the algorithm? And like, jack up your stuff? And she said, absolutely. Wanted to pop in right here to clarify and make sure you guys understand that she is referencing third parties that are not Instagram or Facebook partners. So you are gonna wanna double check and make sure that if you're using a third party app in conjunction with Instagram, that they are an official Instagram partner. For example, I love using later.com to schedule my posts. I've been using Later for years. It is an incredible platform and they are an official Instagram partner. So you don't have to worry if your third party company is an official partner. You can look on their website and see if they're official partners with Instagram. And they use the API that Instagram uses, and you really don't have to worry about the data being, you know, messed up or anything crazy like your information being stolen. So just wanted to let you guys know that and give a disclaimer. If you do use something like later.com to schedule your posts, I specifically feel compelled to let you guys know because I've done partnerships with Later. I love Later and I use Later myself, which I noted in the video. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that. It's just, you can be on a slippery slope when you're trusting with third parties for content and linking your Instagram. Obviously she would say that because she is working for Instagram, so she's not going to willingly promote third party. She said that the analytics can get funky when you have a third party because she just was like, the analytics can get messed up. She was like, I would recommend you use Creator Studio, which is native to Instagram and Facebook. I am used to using later.com. I've been using Later forever. And so I like Later. I haven't had any issues just from a creator standpoint. And that's the thing about this type of stuff. Like you take in the information and you do your own research and you know, you kind of look at things from different perspectives. Another thing that I asked her was, are Instagram aesthetics important? And she was like, absolutely not. Now she didn't say it like that, but she said absolutely not, because she said most people consume your content on the home feed. So, you know, they're not really seeing the grid in the grid fashion. Like, and even when you go, when I post, I can see how many profile visits I've had. So if you go into Instagram, view your insights, I had 24,000 impressions on this post. You can't really see it. I had 24,000 impressions, 20,000 accounts reached, and only 690 of them visited my profile. So the profile, like, just knowing that, like, focusing so much on an aesthetic is not, like, you're wasting so much energy. Now, do I think that the visuals are somewhat important? Should your background be clear? Should you be in focus? Should your picture be clear? Like, should there be like blurry audio or blurry like non-focused images? No. Like, but if the subject is clear in the photo, if you're giving us a variety, like, I don't want to see a feed full of the same looking selfies in the car. You know, if you're, you know, putting some sort of visual effort into it, for the most part, don't feel like you gotta stick to this aesthetic, because it then puts you in a box and you feel as though you can't post quality content because it doesn't go with your feed. And that's exactly what she said. She said a lot of times the aesthetic prevents people from being consistent, which then messes them up in the long run. So she was like, that is not important, especially because a lot of people are not just looking at your grid collectively. And then she made a great point in saying that, like, people don't really know you, like, oh, your Instagram grid is so great. Like, that's not, you know, people may compliment that, but they're gonna know you for your tips. They're gonna know you for your personality. They're gonna know you for the value that you provide on the platform. So, you know, that is definitely more important than the look or sticking to a certain aesthetic theme. What else did she say? Y'all, I took some notes. She also said it is extremely frowned upon to post any reels with other watermarks or brand marks on them. Like, Instagram literally hates it. So she said that she was referring to TikTok, but she couldn't explicitly say TikTok. But if you are posting videos with other watermarks, that also is heavily frowned upon by Instagram, and they are in fact not pushing those. So just be very cautious about that. I did make sure to ask, could anyone get access to have this call? She said that it is mostly for people who they think should be using Reels or are using Reels and are doing a great job, I guess. And she said that all of the people she has talked to have had over 40,000 followers. But overall, I thought this call was extremely beneficial and just encouraging for me to hear her say, like, Erin, you are doing the right things. Like, you are doing great, sweetie. Like, and I was just floored. She was pulling up some of my analytics. She was like, your Reels are always trending. Like, you're just doing it. Like, you're posting consistently on your feed. She's like, you know, I can tell that you know what you're doing, and I can tell that you work in this industry, and you should, because you know you're doing all the right things. So I was super encouraged by that. So if you love this video, I highly encourage you to register for the webinar. It is jam-packed with information all about how to implement creative Instagram tactics to build a deeper connection with your audience, focusing on building a community instead of just growing your numbers, and really how to do that effectively. We're going to be talking about how to properly audit your Instagram, determining what's working, what's not working, and how to run your own social media audits. And really just creating a very clear customer journey for your audience so that they know exactly what to do after they consume your content on Instagram, creating a clear path for them. So these are some of the topics we're going to be discussing, in addition to a couple things about, you know, getting noticed by brands as a smaller influencer. So this is a webinar that is for you if you have a service-based business, a product-based business, or even if you are a full-time content creator. If you just want to use Instagram to build a powerful community to drive traffic to your business, whether you're a real estate agent, a hairdresser, a makeup artist, a full-time content creator, whatever it is that you do, if you feel like that is a goal of yours, then I highly encourage you to register. Again, I will leave all of the information in the description box below. And if you're watching this video after registration has closed, I will update the description box with any information that may allow you to still consume the content after the live webinar is actually over. So still check the description box if it is after the day of the webinar. All right, you guys, I love you. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.